Yo, it's your boy Meb here. Here to bring you a Weber rant. I know I haven't talked to my subscribers in a while, so I'm gonna make this pretty lengthy, and I'm gonna talk about a really good rant I have today. Not too long ago, like Tuesday, the new Duke Nukem game Duke Nukem Forever came out, and I was kind of iffy about getting it or whatever. But after seeing some like gameplay footage and some some cool stuff about it, I'm really interested in getting it. So I went to like GameSpot and like IGN to see what reviews they would gave it, or what score it got. It got really low scores. Like I think GameSpot gave it like a 3. I think IGN gave it like a 5 or 4, some shit like that. And it really bugs me because like I'm reading it and they're saying, oh, it's outdated, it's not good, it sucks, it's just mad whack, blah blah blah. But this is the thing I don't get. Duke Nukem is a franchise that's balls to the wall, over the top, funny, action, everything. It's kind of like Bulletstorm. How Bulletstorm was, it's not made to be like Call of Duty or Battlefield or Medal of Honor. It's one of those, how do I say, like how you go to the arcades and you play like those little arcade shooters like Time Crisis and stuff like that, or House of the Dead. It's pure action, pure fun. Like you just go in there, put in 25 cents, have a blast with your friend. It's just genuine fun. That's what Bulletstorm and Duke Nukem are. They're like quarter first person shooter games. They're just made to be fun, have a good time. You don't really care. It's whatever. It's just for fun. And I think Duke Nukem Forever is a fun game. I've seen some cool clips about it. I've seen some cool gameplay footage about it. It looks really interesting, and I saw some stuff that I really liked that got me interested in it. So I don't know what the gaming media was expecting from Duke Nukem. Like, it's supposed to be the Call of Duty killer or something like that. When in all, it's not trying to compete with that. This game has been in development for like 12 to 14 years. It's been through hell. It's trying to been pushed out. Then the studio's been closing. Then it goes to this company. Then they close. Like it's been through hell, and thank God it has seen the light of day, because there's a lot of good Duke Nukem fans out there that really like Duke Nukem, and they really wanted to play a new Duke Nukem game, regardless if it was bad or good. And this game is pretty good, because as long as the game's entertaining and fun for you, then it's a good game. It did its job. The game developers hit it on the spot, because the game is made to be fun and entertaining for you. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be fucking stressful, fucking, upsetting or whatever. That's not a game. That's not a game. If a game's making you pissed off and frustrated and you say, I gotta play something else, that's pretty bad for a game, Like, a game should be entertaining. I don't know what people expect from, like games and like comic books and fucking movies and stuff. And another thing, while we're on the subject, like movies, like I remember I was at a comic book shop not too long ago, like about a week ago, and this guy was all excited about the new Green Lantern movie that's coming out and stuff. He was like, "Oh, I'm not gonna watch it in 3D because it's a 3D's taking over, whatever." Which in essence it is true, it is. But like I said, it's a fad. It's just an extra add-on to the experience, nothing more. It's whatever. So then he was like, "Yo, I'm not looking forward to Bayformers 3." He said like that Michael Bay fucked up the characters and everything like that. That it's just so garbage. It's just so whack. Which I really don't understand, because I haven't seen the Transformers cartoons, the 80s cartoons. I really haven't. And from what people are telling me, like the cartoon is basically like, oh, Megatron's doing something, Autobots find out, Autobots stop him, then that's the end of the episode. And if it really is like that, I don't know. Like, I don't know what people are expecting. Like, this isn't the 80s anymore. We're in the 2000s. We're in a new generation of people. Granted, you do want to keep the characters and the source material right, but you still have to change it up for today's times. Because if you do exactly what the episode did, most people wouldn't like it. And to be honest, in my opinion, the Transformers movies are pretty good. It's robots fighting. Like, how could you go wrong with it? Giant fucking robots beating the shit out of each other. Fucking their scrap metals flying across the room. Their fucking tires flying across the ceiling. Like, come on, man. Like, giant robots. You can't go wrong with giant robots. Of course, you have to have human interaction. That's why Shia LaBeouf and that new chick's in there or whatever. You just can't have pure action. But I just don't understand it. Like, I just know what people don't know what people expect from certain things. I can understand if you fuck up a character, don't get me wrong. I'd be really upset if if they made Spider-Man into like a fucking Batman kind of guy when he's not a dark character. He's more of a happy-go-lucky guy. He's a very lighthearted character. You shouldn't change what's been there for years, unless you want to fuck up something. But that's besides the point. But I just don't get why people keep bashing things and things like that when it's like I said, if it's entertaining and fun, and as long as you're enjoying yourself, then it's a good movie, good game, or good comic or manga or whatever the hell you're doing or reading or whatever. You shouldn't bash things because you say it sucks. You're being very closed-minded about the situation. When you play something or you're doing something or reading a manga or something, you should go in there with an open mind, saying, okay, I'm going to go see this movie. It might not be like how I expected in the cartoons. That's okay. Maybe it still be good. Go in there with open mind. Don't be closed-minded saying, if this shit doesn't follow the storyline of this and that, this shit sucks ass. Like, don't do that. Like, that's just being very closed-minded. You're not being open-minded to, a whole situation, and then you're not going to enjoy yourself. You're going to be like, oh, in the comic book this happened, why didn't this happen, because to cram a comic or a cartoon series that had like 7 seasons into a 2-hour movie is very hard. Certain things are going to have to get cut out, So you just have to know that. Sorry. And to be honest, how the movie industry views comic books and cartoon things, this comes first. The movie comes first, then the source material comes next. Because, like I said, it's a movie. If it's not a movie, then what's the point of making it? So that's my 2 cents about that whole Duke Nukem, Transformers, and movie stuff, Like I said, if things are entertaining for you and things keep you interested, then hey, that's good. But, don't be closed-minded about the whole situation or whatever. That's all I got to say. But, yeah, that's my Weber rant. Just want to get that off my chest because I saw that whole Duke Nukem fiasco like yesterday. Shit was ridiculous. But it's your boy Meb. I'm out.